Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Remi review. Nothing but technological problems here all the time. This time, camera 3, forget it. I'm looking at it, but you're not seeing that because it's off. The battery, I don't know what's happened with the battery. Someone must have poured some coffee on it or something. The battery doesn't last very long, and we need to buy a charger. Send us your charger at Remi Stevens at remistevens.com. Help out the show.
World.
So this week, we're going to be talking about the pipe of production. There is this common misconception that wealth is a pile of gold, right? That rich people sit on there's these giant piles of gold, and that we need to get some of that gold and have them release it. Oh, release that gold. You've got all the wealth, and you're storing it in a bank somewhere, and we need you to give us that back. Wealth is not a pile of gold. Wealth is not a pile of anything. If you want a good analogy for what wealth is, it's a pipe. It's a big freaking pipe, and it's always flowing. The pipe of production, and it's spewing out stuff all the time. That's where wealth is. And to be wealthy means you're in control of a lot of that stream, a lot of the production, a lot of the water coming out of that pipe. You're directing where it's going to go. Rich people need to keep rarities around them. So they'll keep something with a rare number written on it, a bond that's got a big number, or a currency that has a big number, or a gem that there aren't so many of, or a precious metal, and they'll get a big pile of, this is where the pile of gold. They'll use that rarity and they'll trade it to get production wealth, actual wealth again. But that wealth of production isn't something you can pile up or you can store. So that's why they store rarities, because you can't store someone's labor. How can I, look at a worker and say, I'm going to store his labor in my pocket for the next 30 years. And we've been led to believe that these stupid things that they collect, this pointless crap that they have in piles, is more valuable than the real production. And even in their terms, in terms of dollars and cents, the production is still far more valuable than the piles of crap. Look at yourself, right? How much money do you make in a year? Times that over the next 30, 40 years. Within the system we have, that is the amount of wealth that you're going to produce. And it's over $1 million. You are a millionaire. You have that much wealth coming out of your pipe. Millions. But we've all convinced ourselves that because these people have piles of rare things, oh, you have gems, you have gold, you have a bizarre number that not everyone else can have, these rare numbers that are larger than other people's numbers, that we all have to turn our pipes and start spitting our productive power towards them and let them have it and decide what to do with it. And that's what we're all doing. We're all millionaires, and we're going, well, you know what, I don't want to be a millionaire. I want to be just barely scraping by. So I'm gonna send all my productivity over to that guy there that's yelling at me.
Tell him, Remi.
You've got your politicians on your supposed neo-left and your supposed neo-right. They're all saying the same damn things. We're gonna put you to work. We're gonna get you working. We're gonna boost circulation and productivity. They're gonna get us. We're gonna get us pushing the water out of the pipe even faster. We gotta pump this water out of the damn pipe. So that's what we're doing. We're all streaming this water even faster, working as hard as we can to get this water out of this pipe. And what do they do with the water that we send them? They put it into a landfill. First they dirty the shit out of it, and then they put it in a landfill. They design products that break faster, planned obsolescence. They want products to break faster so there's more circulation, because they keep pitching this circulation. Oh, we got to keep circulating things. Dirty the water so that it's not valuable in providing people with services, and it goes into the drain faster. So they dirty the water and they spit it down a drain, and that's where it goes. And you can see the production, the wealth of this society goes into pits, into big holes in the ground. That's where our collective effort goes. The Egyptians built the pyramids. There were nations that used their surpluses for exploration. We use it to put plastic and other crap into holes. That's where these people that we're directing our wealth, our pipe of production, we're sending it to them and they're putting it into a hole. That's where it goes. And we love them for it. They say, oh, we're going to put you to work. We all get excited. Oh, yeah, let's have some more. Get as much as you can. Oh, yeah, you're going to put me to work doing nothing of value to humanity. And that's exciting to the voting populace. Pointless busy work. That's excellent. That's what we all want. That's what we strive for. Pointless busy work. News fail. This time on the news fail, I was just going to cover the Bilderberg, because this happened just last weekend. Hopefully, if I've gotten this edited in time, it would have happened last weekend, but we'll see. This has been going on since the 50s. It's the heads of corporations, the heads of banks, and the heads of Western governments get together for a meeting in absolute secrecy and discuss, who knows? They don't tell anyone what they discuss. I don't think they're just getting together to have beers. They're probably getting together to discuss what's going to happen with the pipe of production. Where are we going to piss away the productive capability of man this year? And one thing that's really fun to look up on YouTube is journalists denying the existence of Bilderberg. And these are people you've heard of. These are big name journalists who pretend that this meeting of the most powerful people in business and government don't get together. Either they're completely stupid, the people at our mainstream news sources are moronic, that they just couldn't figure this out. This massive news story that's been going on for 50 years. Oh, we missed it. We missed that news story because we're a bunch of damn morons. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. Do you believe that they're stupid? No, they're not stupid. They're liars. They're a bunch of liars. Anyway, we're on to the consume part of the show. We're almost out of time. Third camera has been dead the whole time, and we're only on the 2, and I think I only have about 10 minutes left on this one, which, after editing and taking out my and right. I say right a lot. You don't see it, but I go right, and it sounds really stupid, so I have to edit all those freaking things out. And that's why I like to have 3 cameras, so that we can jump around. Yeah! So I forgot to mention this earlier. I didn't have a lot of time to fully engrave this name. There's an R, if you can see it, that will say Ron Kellner eventually. These great logos, which is down here somewhere, I suppose. A better logo than I could have made myself. He's dominated his way onto the show and onto the Dominaton plaque. So that's Ron Kellner. Just a thank you to everybody who's had anything to do with the show so far. And euphonic sound, of course, awesome. Wanted to talk a bit about Sun Fuel. Sun Fuel. I purchased this in a variety store. I thought I would be able to use it. I can't even remember. I had a propane grill of some sort, and I was going to use this to run it. But for one reason or another, I was not able to get it hooked up. This is years ago, and I don't know what to do with the damn thing. So I've got it in my place. It's full of fuel, so it's mildly dangerous. I mean, it says right on it that it'll explode or catch on fire, or both, I'm sure. And here it's got an exclamation mark. That's got to be bad. And I mean, it was from a really sketchy variety store. I can't trash it. Obviously, it's full of gas, it'll explode. Maybe you can call for special pickup. I have a full can of aerosol. I'm sure you can do that. So, you know, I'm gonna call the city. Can you send a truck? Can you send a truck to get this? I suppose I could go somewhere. This is the can I can't get rid of. It just sits and I move it around. I move it from one place to another. Like the pipe of production and the fact that wealth comes from productivity, not from piles of gold or numbers on screens. You can't shake that truth. You can't get rid of it. In the same way, I can't get rid of this can of Sun Fuel. To take it away from people, I mean robots, automatic things, machines, could do the labor of human beings. Sure, but still, it's the labor of those machines then that is real wealth. It still isn't a pile of gold. It isn't something symbolic. You're stuck with it. Use your fuel for something better than spitting it over to this prick who's pissing it down a drain and dirtying the world and wrecking our futures. Put your productive energy into something positive. Please. The world needs you. You're wealthy and the world needs you. If you have a not funny. No, this isn't a funny show. This is serious business. If you have serious business about a product that's a piece of crap and you want it covered on the show, all you got to do is send me an email at remistevens@remistevens.com. And if you don't want to be on the plaque, that's cool. I don't have to put you on the plaque. You can be anonymous. Performing, again, Remi Stevens performing a song by George Strait. Not particularly well, but he's playing it. It's a rather poor rendition of the track, the song. It's not done particularly well, but it's done. And I am Jim Smechlin. And this was the Remi Review. Send us an email at remistevens@remistevens.com. Numbers that we think are representative of ownership are bunk. We own everything because we're the ones that actually do things. And that's where power comes from. That's where ownership comes from. That is what wealth is.